Other interesting business news, you have AMC to sell $250 million after their stock jumped yet again, thanks to the meme stocks or the memes. And this also applies to GameStop, thanks to one of the famous investors, I believe it's Kitty. He has a silly social media name, but nevertheless, people started to buy it in droves, and investors lost about $1 to $2 billion in GameStop shorts again. Now, this comes to us thanks to Yoon Lee, who is the reporter at CNBC. And she says, quote, AMC completes $250 million stock sale during meme rally when the shares jumped 30%, which, again, this company needs that money desperately. This is one of the best things to happen to them. Because, again, movie theaters on average, they're not doing great. And the trend of people going to movie theaters isn't being turned around anytime soon. Now, it looks like they sold 72.5 million shares in equity offering in March. It looks like the sale was finalized last Monday during a reviewed meme stock craze. Oh, yeah, there it is. Thanks to the return of, again, this is the person's social media name, Roaring Kitty. Which, okay. Now, again, the movie theater operator sold 72.5 million shares. Jeez Louise. After it just jumped 32% last week. Looks like now it's down to $5.19. Huh. It is almost comical. Look at the 3-month trend if you're just, if you're not seeing the visual on screen, if you're just listening. Let me see, what was it last? Around, what's the price point? Around $3. Here, there we go. Yeah, it was about $2, $2.91, $3. It spiked all the way up to $11.88, which, again, $11 might not sound like a lot, but you have, again, right there, you got 72.1 million shares. That seemingly small, a couple dollar increase adds up to $250 million in the aggregate for them to sell it off. So definitely great news to those companies. They're doing great. GameStop also went up by 60% again. Jeez Louise. Which is another reason I usually don't recommend buying stocks, because who the hell knows what's going to happen, especially with companies where they might have a lot of short sellers. Then you have something that just goes viral. And one of the most ironic things about the GameStop, the stock increasing exponentially a couple years ago, the executives couldn't sell their stock at the peak, because if you're an executive at those companies, more often than not, you're locked in. You're only allowed to sell during certain specific periods on the calendar year. So a lot of them were just looking at their watch going, come on, stay up, until they can actually sell it at the proper time. Because again, if you're working at the company, there are more rules and stipulations on when you are allowed to trade versus people like you and I are. So it'll be interesting to see what they use this money for. Again, they got some debt paid down, I believe. And it looks like AMC, I mean, there's a lot of speculation. Maybe these companies are going to go out of business this year. It looks like AMC is going to stick around for a little while longer. And I don't know, when's the last time you went there? And I did a customer event last year for John Wick 4 for my tech company. And it was a pretty fun event. We were able to rent out the whole AMC little theater venue. And we got some popcorn, all the cliche stuff. It's a pretty good experience. But let me know, if you have your choice movie theater, which one would you go to and why? Might take me a day or two to get back to you in the comments, just depending on my work allocation, but I always try to do my best to reply in due time. So, as always, I would be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So, if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.